What's up, Laker fans? What a game. Lonzo Ball led a huge comeback to beat the Spurs 116 to 112. Let's take a look at how it all went down. But first, SeatGeek is an app that aggregates tickets from all over the web, making buying simple. They put a 1 to 100 score on every ticket so you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad one, and they let you see the view from your seat before you buy. Click on the Me tab and enter the promo code LFR to save $20 off of your first order. You can download the app by clicking the link below the video. By supporting SeatGeek, you're supporting my content too, so please use them when you got tickets to buy. If you want more thoughtful media out there, this is the best way to send that message. Alright, so let's set the table for the comeback. With Brandon Ingram out, the Lakers look to go to their bigs down low a lot more often, but the Spurs are a tough team to do that against. They particularly focused on Julius Randle collapsing multiple guys into the paint. This will be important later. Julius didn't handle this extra attention well at first, and that was true of several players. Several players tried to assume the offensive burden on their own rather than get their shots in the context of the offense, and Kyle Kuzma was one of them. His efficiency has dipped significantly lately, and I think part of that has been his shot selection. And while Isaiah Thomas provided valuable scoring punch at the beginning of the game when the Lakers struggled, he was guilty of this too. He also had a couple of turnovers that were due to a lack of familiarity with his teammates. He's thinking Randle's gonna pop here, and he probably should have because Lopez is in the paint. But Randle keeps rolling and IT throws it to where he thought he was gonna go. And even Lonzo had a couple of possessions like this. This is a 1-on-3 and he shouldn't be driving it into the paint here. And these mistakes of guys trying to do too much were compounded by 11 first-half turnovers. On the defensive end, they did a really poor job tracking shooters. KCP is sagging way too far off of Patty Mills when this is pretty much all that Mills can do. Here Lonzo expects Danny Green to make a slice cut with Manu setting the screen, but they're actually just setting Lonzo up for the zipper cut. Manu changes his body position and Green receives 2 screens and Lonzo gets lost along the way. And while I hate to pick on Kuz, he had a terrible night defensively. His job is to tag Laverne on the roll, and he barely provides any resistance. The Lakers were down by 12 with just under 6 minutes left, but they never stopped fighting. Let's keep it on the defensive end, where I thought they got a great effort from an unlikely source in Travis Ware. Here he picks up Joffrey Laverne in transition defense before closing out hard to Danny Green to contest the three. Then watch how Julius Randle battles for this rebound. Here's another great closeout and recovery from Ware to lock up Rudy Gay. Here Kuzma has a nice closeout and recovery to Bertans, and then Ware drops to the level of the ball to take away the dump-off pass. By chasing San Antonio's shooters off of the three-point line, they force them into the uncomfortable position of being playmakers. The Lakers were switching everything at this point of the game and were just swarming on defense and on the boards. Then that leads me to Lonzo. He came back in with 7:43 left and the Lakers down 12. He got the Lakers offense organized again after a rough stretch. Here he is hitting Travis Ware on target and in stride after a nice down screen by Kuzma. The Spurs had been going way under on ball screens against Lonzo, and that came into play at the end of the game. The Lakers went to full two-man game down the stretch with Lonzo and Julius, and it worked nearly every time. Here they fake the ball screen with Ware and have Julius set it instead. So why not just have Julius start up top like that? It's because he's a lot faster than Pau, and this allows him to get separation from him. So when Parker goes under the screen, Pau is too far away, and it's a clean look for Lonzo. He hit a huge go-ahead three in the last minute off of a ball screen as well. Watch as he hops to create separation, and then this is an instance where his unusual shooting form actually helps him. If he were a conventional right-handed shooter, this would be a much harder shot to get off. But since he brings it up and releases it on the left side of his head, it's a cleaner look. And then they put the game away with Patty Mills going over the top of the screen instead. Lonzo correctly attacks that off of the dribble, and Randle settles right in the middle of the pocket. Lonzo delivers the pass on target, and Julius finishes around Pau rather than over him. And Randle's huge contribution to the comeback should be acknowledged. Earlier in the second half, he began to kick the ball out when he drew the second defender rather than forcing things. This was a gutty win for a team that could have packed it in and been satisfied with a 3-1 road trip. But they never stopped fighting while their best players carried them home down the stretch, and Lonzo's put the league on notice that he can shoot. Alright, that'll do it for this one. As you may have heard, I'm doing this full time now. My goal is to create consistent and thoughtful content that helps you enjoy the Lakers on a deeper level. I'm very much dependent upon Laker fans to continue this work, so if you believe in what I do, please click on either the Venmo or Patreon link below and donate. Thanks so much, guys. I'll catch you next time.